Okay guys, today I will be showing the entirety of my netbook mod. This netbook is a 1005 HAB, or the HA is like, they're pretty much the same thing. But yeah, it is an ASUS EEE PC. So I will be showing you pretty much everything I've done to it. We're going to start out by taking off the screws on the bottom. Where is my little piece of foam? This piece of foam is to protect the screen. So I'm just inserting that there. I'll tell you why that foam is needed later, but yeah. Get these 4 screws out. This isn't my regular screwdriver. I know where it is. Side right here. You can zoom in on that. Where is it? Right, yeah, right there. That's where the Intel Atom chip is. I just put like a little bit more aluminum to keep it a little cooler, more dense. So that it kind of helps with cooling, So we're gonna replace the original 4 USB hubs so I can fit my Wi-Fi adapter, which it comes in this little, like these little dongle things. And I'll explain why I'm using the dongle. Take the rest out. Take off the mouse zip. Take off the screw. That screw doesn't like me. You'd expect after me taking this apart, so this side. Now, on a regular one, this area right here is completely empty, but on mine, like, it's freaking full, man. Focus. There we go. Yeah, see, I have a big speaker right here. Right here's the original. I did this in like maybe January or something, but yeah, here's the original. This is a piece of crap, so I put that one in. This is from a laptop made in like well, it had Windows 95 on it. It's about 3 inches thick, but this is a speaker from JBL. It's about an inch high by an inch and a half like wide. Right here is my Broadcom HD decoder. It's a 90012, something along that line. There's only 2, like the 15 and the 12. This is the 12, and as you can see, it's a little bigger. Like the original slot in here is like a half slot. So, but I'm using a freaking full size because it was only $10, and I didn't feel like spending a lot. So I'm sorry. Let me just fix that. Okay, so we're gonna take that out. And then the modification I had to do to get the speaker to fit was this. Just cut a little bit out of the board just to get that to fit. I'm gonna add some LEDs to that so I can monitor the touchscreen and the Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna take this. I used to have a 4GB flash drive underneath the sound card, or underneath the daughter board where the Realtek chip is, but I took it out because I needed the USB port for the touchscreen. So yeah. Okay, now we're gonna take out the main board because I need to access the LED that lights up when you touch the touchscreen. So you take that out. Take out the whole main board. I already took out the LVDS cable. Now I'm taking out the Ethernet cable. Okay. So then I have to take off the piece of tape that holds down the Broadcom card. Okay. Man. Oh no. So right here, I'll lock down this camera. Right here is the touchscreen controller. I will show pictures of what I had to do to get this thing. Let's break this shit out. How's that even wired in? Sorry if you guys aren't going to be able to see this. Oh, I took it off! Okay, I took it off. And, well, you can see it on the end. It's pretty big. This LED is pretty giant. So I'm going to clean up these pads a bit. I'm going to be replacing, since I need, turn off my soldering iron, since I need more space for the 7-port USB hub, I'm going to need to change out my giant ass speaker. So with a smaller one, but pretty good quality and volume. So let me focus that. Oh, it's focused. There we go. And here, Bluetooth. So okay, let me explain the hub. It's 4-port hub, so it's sharing from the top USB port on the daughter board, goes down to the hub, and then goes to the touchscreen is one, the second one goes to Bluetooth, the third one goes back to the hub so it works again, and then the fourth one goes up to the second webcam. The reason why I didn't want to use like the USB port off of the Bluetooth connection or off 3G connection on the 1005HA board was because in case they actually do want to get the proper Bluetooth chip, then okay, we're gonna take off the old USB hub, start like desoldering these wires. We're gonna start off with the touchscreen, and with the touchscreen I actually use the right color wires, black, red, green, white. So those are all the proper wires. Now here, the speaker, I'm gonna desolder this. Look how big that thing is compared to this. Like, this taco piece of shit, but this thing like makes the wubs like crazy. Even makes it so like sometimes the hard drive like can't seek properly. It's kind of bad, but at the same time it's not that bad. Okay, this yellow wire right here, I have a diode connected to the positive side of the Bluetooth adapter, but that's just because I couldn't find anywhere else to get power from. The diode is just kind of like adjusts the 5 volts down to 3.3-ish, but the webcam does actually kind of uses 5, but then it's variable. By the way, the webcam was off a DV600 HP notebook, I think, that I got for free because I was doing some VGA rework and it failed. It couldn't do it, and I've done it a lot of times before and it just couldn't do it. So. These are the power connections off the daughter board. I use thicker wire. I technically don't really need to use thicker wire. I just, yeah. It's like if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it right. So, get these wires out. These red wires here, they're twisted. They're the data lines for the webcam, and they're like pretty much freaking soldered right onto like the tracks. Because when I took out the USB ports, like they got raped. So, but yeah, that was a long time ago. I did this original mod quite a long time ago. So, I'm gonna take my Bluetooth adapter out. Fucking unsolder this. Okay. Bluetooth. I'm gonna add an external antenna to this portion, just because I'm not quite satisfied with the range. It's pretty good, but I want to like be able to like drive wars. And then I need to freaking label these. Get some tape. D+ and D-. Okay, if the hub were to be plugged in like this, then it's ground. Okay, so orange is D+. Put another piece up there. Let's just stick that up here. Okay. These, can you see this? No. These wires over here go up, 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 and then see, it goes into the hinge to the touchscreen. And I'll actually, yeah, you know what, I'll do that right now. I'll crack open the bezel, because I'm going to add the second antenna. This thing is just so full. Like, this camera, oh shit. Like, this thing is full. Like, anyone who's had a 1005 HA or HAP knows how tiny this is. Like, there is no space to work in here. So, it's pretty tiny. And yeah, it's not a good hacking platform, but I'm doing it anyway. Holy shit! I didn't put the screws back in. No, I already did. I just took them out. I thought I forgot to put the screws back in the bezel. Okay, the bezel is, if you add a touchscreen to this thing, the bezel just, it hates you. It won't go back on unless you put the screws in, and like you force that shit down. Oh, fuck, get out. Screw it. And of course there's the side with the magnet. I just magnetize my screwdriver so I can pull this other screw out. Okay. Oh shit. Oh man, you know what? I forgot something. So I'll just add that bit later. Let's get to adding the antenna on the Bluetooth. If I can find it. There it is. Almost out of memory. And let me get a little drawer of things. I'm just gonna rip the antenna out of here. Or the antenna holder out of here. It's like freaking. Well, if you're wondering, this is from a cell phone. Actually, I'm just gonna take the one off the cell phone board. Just because it's easier. Need the knife. I don't feel like sourcing these parts up online because, I can just take them off from some old thing I'm not using, so I don't see the point in sourcing for a new part. If you have it, though. But if you don't, you probably want to source it. I recommend DigiKey. Or, I don't know. Fuck that. Hold on. Wait. Okay, I finally got one. It's kind of hard to see the camera. So, I'm gonna stick this one on. Oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to stick it on like this. This fucking shit off, okay? Now, I took the diode off. there we go. I took the diode off because there is a ton of space on here. This is wasted space too. Like, that's the worst kind. Oh, that's creepy camera shit. Yeah, there's tons of wasted space on here, and it's, you can hardly call it two-sided. You know, it's just power. And I'm not going to use the power lines over here. I'm just going to use the data lines, because all the power I'm going to source from just straight off one port, and it shouldn't draw more than 500 milliamps. At least I hope. You know, none of this shit should draw more than 500. So, you know, maybe like 20 milliamps here, and yada yada. So I'm going to add this diode. Sorry, I'm still on. Something fell. Clean up the tinny. I'm going to bend this at a right angle. And I'm going to stick it right here. Maybe I'll have it the other way. Needs a little more cleaning. The whole tip needs cleaning, actually. Okay. I'll show you the pictures of the modifications I have done to this hub in order to get everything to fit. And they'll probably pop up somewhere on the bottom or something. Okay. That's done. Just fix that. Okay, as for capacitors, you know, you have to put a capacitor somewhere. Just, you know, keep the line clean. This is a 100 microfarad 10 volt capacitor that came with it, but that's not gonna go. That thing is going up a bit. Sorry about the camera. Oh man, I only have 19 minutes of tape left. Why am I using a DV cam? Fuck. I don't know. I think for this, just so I can avoid noise on the cam, the two webcams, I'll probably put it on the left edge of the screen. It's Bluetooth, it won't require much. Okay, I'm gonna strip this end. That's some weird stuff. I've never actually stripped the webcam wire, or the Wi-Fi wire before. It's braided. It's got a metal wire on the center. Interesting. Okay. That's fairly satisfactory to me. I'm just gonna solder these two together now. It doesn't have to be, you know, like super crazy, like genius, like legit. It just has to be enough. It's just Bluetooth. It doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, the reason why I'm doing like super long Bluetooth antenna is because I use A2 DP, and I need a really clear reception. And I like to keep my phone in my pocket. And if I want to go to the bathroom, but I want to hear the music play, you know, I need that range. So, yeah, before I would always cut out, you know, if I just left the room, especially since, you know, it's the little Bluetooth module is being covered by everything. So, this should hopefully get it at least, you know, past the door. It's not too important, but it's important enough. So I put some tape on the end, and I'm gonna stick it in the bezel and wire it down. There's so much in this thing, man. I really wanted to put like a TV receiver, an HD TV receiver, you know, for like digital type. And I'm going to redo some of the wires down there and show you the LEDs. So, okay, that's out. Take off the solder point. Come on, heat up. Okay, that's it. Take out the camera connector and the speaker connector. You can see it's still got wires attached to it. Here's my USB. So, focus. Okay, so I have the two LEDs on the bottom, so it doesn't, you know, blind you. Here's where I did the bypass on the USB. Goes out. Here's the power. So, yeah. Let's go back. Now we're going to, I'm freaking tired, going to route the USB power wire from down there. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to push it right here behind the Ethernet. Reasons why I don't want to get rid of the Ethernet connection. I use it. Like if I want to use the Wi-Fi and then I need to hook up like a computer that's like locked down, you know, or it needs an Ethernet cord, instead of using like a USB dongle, and say I want to use like, I want to filter packets or have it go through some kind of firewall, like this little computer will be the firewall, and I can, you know, filter everything out of there. So I'm going to put these wires down here. Okay, and I planned this out during class on how I would connect the hub. Folder. Stuff, okay, here we go. Probability of 0 and 1. No, okay, we're not going to use that. So I'm going to be going camera on 1, touch panel on 1, flash on 1, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. USB goes back twice. We're only going to go USB back once. So I have placed, this is a new speaker. New, with quotation marks. So I have to know where the hard drive is. So I'm going to place that where it would normally go. And I only know where it goes because it's got screw holes. So, yeah, then I will rotate it this way. Oh, right here. You have to Dremel some holes so you can have access to it. I dremelled out a ton, but that was because I used the giant speaker. This time I'm only going to use the small speaker. Just clean that up a bit. Okay, I'm going to fill this area with glue. I think glue. Some kind of glue. Or silicone. No, oh, that is the perfect amount of space. Okay. So you know what? I can actually put the motherboard back. Screw the standoffs. I'm not going to put the VGA standoffs anymore. I just don't feel like drilling into the case. Okay, lay the FLV down. I'll stretch it. I'm just snapping this back. Okay. And of course the bottom doesn't really snap back on anymore. Well, I might be able to get the snap on this time because I rearranged the wiring. Oh, whoops. There we go. It might actually snap back on this time. Cross your fingers. Whoa, it's going back on now. I know it won't close all the way shut though, still, because, you know, that mass has got to go somewhere. What's it called? What's that law? That nothing is removed, yeah, that one. Preservation of energy type kind of stuff. Okay, well, let's just get these screws on. I don't feel like talking about science, physics, enough of that stuff. When if you add a touchscreen, don't over tighten the screws or else you'll break the glass. I wish I got a thinner touchscreen. They don't like in the eBay listing. They didn't say how thin the glass was. They just told me the height and width in millimeters, and I just I guesstimated it using what's it called? Or the calipers. Yeah, these things. Okay. That's pretty down. I don't know if I'll be able to get. Oh, God, the stupid magnet. I don't know if I'll be able to get this side, the little hinge cover. I have no idea if I'll be able to get that back on, because it's pretty full. And the last screw on this side. I did get this shut. I'm really happy with that. I finally got it shut. I rerouted the wire a little bit lower than the hinge, and that allowed me to actually shut the entire. Oh fuck! Well, I got little bulges over here and here. Okay, I'll fix that one. Fix that. No. That. I'll just have to live with that. Oh no! Go back in. I can live with that. Right here, it's a little bit bulging out, like it's not sealing all the way, but the wires have to go somewhere, man. I'm not that ished about it. Okay, so I'm gonna tape the webcam, original webcam, and the second webcam wire. The ground wire, I'll keep it up here. Really thin wires. I really wish that they were thicker, but they're the ones that came with the camera, so they had the proper connector. So I'm just gonna leave it. Shh, my dog is growling. Okay. Oh, fucking gay. That doesn't fit there. Hold on. My taping skills need some work. There we go. I really don't want to use the stock speaker, but I don't feel like having to do more work just to get the smaller one in. I know how to trick it through software to tell it to go louder, but that doesn't mean quality gets better. Louder does not mean quality, so screw it. I'm just put the stock speaker. Good thing I didn't break it. I was gonna break it too. So I don't have any shrink tube. I'll just screw it. I'll deal with it. Let's see. Okay. I forgot to turn off my soldering iron so the box is like warm. Let's go with some tape. That shouldn't short. Hopefully it shouldn't short. I'm not really sure. And the daughter board is going to be right there. Under or over? I think under. I don't think there's no space over. Yeah, right there seems good. This hole, these holes for the speaker, you know what it is now? It's ventilation. I'm going to use it as ventilation, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. I guess I should put the card in now so I know how much space I have to work with. Which is fair game, pretty much like nothing. Okay, and now I need tape. Tape to hold this down. Alright. The original tape back. Oh, not original, but I put the tape I had on before. Make sure it's solid. Oh, it's still flexible at this point. And now, I'm going to put my 4 gigs of memory back in. Flash drive. This is a quick boot, and this has Android installed on the 1 gigabyte partition, and the 3 gigabyte partition has my extreme like backups. Like these can't go get lost or anything. So I'm going to put the flash drive here where I had it before. But I need some extension wires. or just whole new wires. And I'm gonna make it so that, hold on. So I'm gonna make the, okay, webcam is not even freaking close. I thought it was in. Okay, and then these speakers. The space where I had the original dongle, I'll probably use this area for. No, actually, I can't use it. I was thinking of using it for the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi, but I don't think there's enough space, or my antennas don't reach there. So that's actually an empty spot now. That means future expansion, yay! That means the project is not dead, and I can continue on. Oh, there's some wires underneath. I forgot to insulate a screw. Hold on. Okay, the screw is insulated. Now, the way that I figured out, I have to hold down the Broadcom chip is by placing some tape, yes. And it has to be the regular kind of tape. The regular crappy, desk office tape. You just put that over the memory chips, and you stick it down. I'll stick it down better. Damn, just work with me, yeah. Okay, there we go. I used to have a piece of clay. Okay, I'm gonna fill this in with some foam that I got out of the screen when I did the touchscreen edition. And this way it'll keep it seated nicely. Okay. And let's move this wire out of the way, because that goes to the LED. These are going to go to the dock. It's also going to go to the dock. Man, there are just so many wires. This ain't no, like, 701, man. Like, the 1005HA is a very hard thing to mod. Or extreme mod, anyway. I think this is... I'd consider this an extreme mod, just because of the size. Like, this thing can't fit anything more than, like, an addition of, what is an original edition? The Bluetooth module. Like, that's really the only thing that it's normally supposed to be added if it didn't already come with one. So, like, doing all this, freaking, I'm gonna consider it an extreme mod. Okay. It's just so little space. Okay, I just barely got those in. Okay, I just got the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi in. Let's zoom in on that. And focus. I'm gonna flip the Bluetooth upside down in case I need to add longer wires. Okay. I need some tape, man. Actually, you know what? I can put the Bluetooth right there. Let's put some tape. Add some double-sided tape. It's a string. Okay. I think I'm going to need to multi-layer this. Come on. Okay, that's one layer. Second layer. Okay. There we go. Bluetooth is now in. Now you get the Wi-Fi in. That's just held in with some orange tape. And get the second webcam wires out. You know what? I'm actually going to have to move the wires out. It'll be fine. Not too worried about it. But then again, it's in the way. Like, I can't fully flush the hub in. Take off the double stick tape and just kind of move it. That should be a much better position. And I need to replace the wires because now I just know they're too short. Once again, I'm gonna go freaking red and pink, or whatever the hell is pink and stuff. Pink and black. So what does it look like? This side is positive. And that side. There's no LED on Bluetooth. I kind of wish there was. Oh geez, do we not have any more yellow? Well, this is kind of long anyway, so trim that. Then, whoops, yellow was supposed to be power. Just fix that then. And so pink is data plus, which means closer to ground. Okay. Now we're good. Okay. I'm seriously getting claustrophobic in here. I'll snap a pic of this. Oh man, seriously. Okay, I'm gonna wire all this up and show you later. Man, that was pretty hard. Yeah, we got it. And I covered up, I put the LEDs in. Now I'm just gonna put a little piece. Yeah, I know, right? Ghetto. A little piece of freaking paper. Oh jeez, hold up. Okay. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother with installation. It should be fine. Let's close this. And what do you know? LEDs are too big. But you know what I'm gonna do? Aid this process? I'm just gonna freaking take these out. No, you know what? Fuck. Okay. Too much time on their hands. So get back in time. Oh, astrophysicist, or even lyricist. Oh my god, how do I put this shit in? Since nothing is underneath the SD card area, I decided that I just put it underneath, and then the extra part right here of PCB, I cut that off with the saw again, so that the light can go through. And since I'm almost out of memory space, I'll show you when it's done. What's there? Just gonna put the keyboard in. I'm standing now. Okay. Oh, it closes a lot better than before. Not all the way, but it closes better. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Turning it on. Light has turned on. Post. Booting up xUbuntu SNR. There was the splash. The extremely brief splash that I find very questionable. And there's the thingy. Okay, we're in. You are offline. And it is connecting to the network with the extended antenna. Bluetooth is available. The red thing means updates.
Come in, connect to the internet. Probably just doesn't like me today. Okay, Chromium. You know what? No. Calibrate. No, not fucking calculator. Calibrate. You bukkake. Okay. Okay. This is a pencil. Okay. And one more. Okay. I don't know how to... I need to save these calibration settings, but okay. Let's go. Paint. Paint. Put that up. Grab my pencil. Oops. Control Z. The other two flash drives. Fail to open directory. It's because it was already mounted. Yes, discard. The auto focusing on my camera is wigging out. Okay. So that's that. Chromium. At the same time, let's open up ThinR. At the same time, let's open up calculator. At the same time, let's open up a terminal, just because. Now, the way to switch between windows, aside from, you can do this, and it dodges the windows, blah blah blah, like that. Or you can do it this way. Hold down super, tap the screen. This is a compiz doing this, so whichever way I move my hand, touching the screen, turning to it, tap again, there it is. Okay, now there's a plugin I installed for Chromium, which is called Chrome Touch. So let's go somewhere like Hackaday. Something feels... That flash drive is getting extremely warm. Like, extremely warm. Like, it's weird how warm it is. I'm probably gonna disconnect it. But yeah, like it's not even showing up. Oh well. Let's see. You can grab on the screen. There is physics. I can play the video. Alright. Play the video.
Now the project I'm about to show you is easily one of the coolest ones I've been able to do. Unfortunately, it was also one of the most frustrating because I was unable to capture the effect on video. I'll tell you more about that later. What I built this time was a living nightlight out of glowing algae. Bioluminescent dinoflagellates occur naturally in the ocean.
Oh, okay. Now they
look like a blue or green
now they
glow
attached.
Sometimes there's so many of them in an
Yeah,
entire
it's a netbook. Deal with it. Okay.
It's wild.
So
Crazy to see.
here.
And I wanted a piece of that in my home. This was my idea for how the lamp would look. I got this Klein bottle.
No.
It's really cool. You
Damn
have
it.
to check out the link for these. It's a continuous surface that theoretically
Wait, why
has
is...
no volume. Of course, you can fill it up with stuff.
Okay.
And I've
That's
3D printed
pretty much
a
it.
custom stand for it. Let's hold it up.
Stop.
Make sure it doesn't get knocked over.
Shit. Yeah, right there's a clock. Right below it is my name. which is the logout dialog. So if I were to tap it, well, I don't want to recalibrate the screen right now, but if I were to tap it, this would pop up, and then I can just, shut down. And that's it.